All right, let's welcome in ABC News Political Director Rick Klein on the week that was and the week ahead here. Rick, President Biden facing increasing pressure to be stronger with Banjamin Netanyahu in the wake of this accidental bombing of aid workers. Even Israelis are now protesting against the prime minister in Israel, saying he's gone too far. Other than words, what can the President Biden, realistically do to get Netanyahu to get this under control?
Well, I think the biggest weapon would be to condition any further aid or restrict further aid or deny further aid, financial aid from the United States. That would be a major statement. There's also actions at the UN that the U.S. in the past has been blocking. I think the president still has a lot of sway. Obviously, this is Israel's war. Netanyahu has been conducting in a way that I think Biden has been public about having major concerns around, including after this latest attack on the aid convoy. So there are limitations, but there's still a lot that the U.S. can do. Israel truly doesn't have much standing or viability on the world stage without the support of the United States and the U.S. president.
Yeah, that would be a difficult decision to make, for sure. Meanwhile, Iran now ramping up threats against the United States after the Israeli strike against the Iranian consulate. How concerned is the White House at this point that this is about to spin out of control?
I haven't sensed a real concern on the Iranian front yet, but these things do have a way to spiral, and I think it's something to definitely watch. It's a volatile region right now that is that it has a lot of different directions that can go sideways in, and I think the vulnerability of the current Israeli government is something that the Iranians and others are very cognizant of, and it could embolden their next actions.
All right, back here at home, Speaker Mike Johnson this week says Congress is going to move at some point on aid for Ukraine when Congress comes back into town. Is he putting his job on the line in his own party? Could another mutiny be on the way if Johnson actually spearheads this and something gets done? There's a lot of people, in the Republican Party, particularly among that faction, that don't want this. They're tired of writing blank checks to Ukraine.
And right before Congress left town, we saw Marjorie Taylor Greene put forward that motion to vacate. That's the infamous one that ousted Kevin McCarthy. She hasn't acted on it yet, but that is now hanging over Speaker Johnson's head. It's not clear that he's going to be able to get votes, how many Democrats he would need. It's going to be a very large number, and the Democrats are going to be conditioning their votes on certain things being met. So right now the House appears, for all intents and purposes, to be ungovernable. It's a tough time to be Speaker. It's a tough time to be anyone in Washington. And you're right, that it's very real possibility that he goes ahead with the aid package that he's talked about. It's going to be at the cost of his own job.
All right, Rick Klein, thank you for your insight as always. Appreciate it. Next on Full Circle Florida, battleground ballot, abortion, marijuana, and the 6 reasons you should vote.